All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. We got another game of Sudoku today. I'm actually kind of excited. I watched a couple different episodes and I learned a new technique. The master called it the X-wing pattern. Seemed okay that I could remember it. But it was pretty cool. So I got to keep that in the back of my mind in case I run into that one. So let's take a gander here. I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking for pairs. I see lots of twos. I see lots of ones. I saw a pair of fives really quick and another five here. So this five comes up the left. This five comes up the right. This five through the middle. So this first part of my games is usually kind of chaotic. And when I say chaotic, I just mean I let my mind wander. Like see this nine comes across and this nine comes up. So it leaves me a little nine right here. Kind of let my mind do some wanderings. Here's a pair of ones that come across. So I have to have a one up here. Let's see what else I see. Got some ones, got some twos, I got some nines, I got some fours. Of course, that's how the game is played, right? Lots of numbers. Cool little plus sign over here. So this six comes through the middle. So I have to have a six in one of these two fellers. Cool, cool. So I've got a double lock already here. I see this one and this one and this one makes this a one. But I just noticed too, I have a six and a six right here with these pairs of ones and a six across. So now these two cells have to be a one. Oh, cool. And a six. So those two cells are now double locked. So I've got a three that comes across the top. So that tells me my three has to go here because of this double lock, which is handy dandy. I now have a three that comes up the middle here. So I know I have a three over here. Not that that's helping me a ton at the moment, but it will help me later. I know it will. Okay. Oh, here we go. We have an eight. So see how we had the six and this eight coming across? So now we have a double lock here, folks. A six and an eight. So an eight cannot go here, so that means my eight has to go across this direction. Okay, so this particular column, I cannot have a nine here, and I cannot have a nine here. So the only place to have a nine, and these two sixes and eights are locked, is right here. These double locks are very, very important, which in fact, now the only number that's missing is going to double lock this way with the threes, which looks like a seven. So now I have a three and a seven going with this column. Row. All right, so now let me take a look at the rest of this column here because we've got a lot of numbers. We have an 8, we have, pardon me, 9, 8. Now a 7 has to go somewhere. Now right now the 7 can go here or here, so we're going to leave that alone. 6s, 5s, 4s. We've got a 3 down here. We need a 2. Well, right now a 2 could go here or here as well. Okay. So we can leave those alone. But I do see a pair of 2s and a 2 here in the right. So the 2 has to be in one of these two spots at least. We can rule that out a smidge. I got a pair of 4s here. So we know we have to have a pair of 4s here. 1, 2. So 3 could be here or up here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, all right. Okay. All right. Trying to get a little ahead of myself. See what else we have that can help us at the moment. Okay, so my chaos is starting to wind down a smidge. I have a pair of 9s here. So we have to have a 9 here or here. So I'm going to start having to be thinking more logically as I slow down. Here's a pair of 4s. So a 4 has to go here or here. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, 5 can go here or here. 4, 3. Okay, so a 2 cannot go here, but it could go here. Oop, not a 5. And a 2 could go here. And then a 1 could go here. Okay, so we still have a couple spots there. All right. 9. Okay. So we have a 9. Oh, there we go. So see this ghost row of 9 that comes down and the solid row of 9 that comes up, and I do have a solid 9 here. So this one is our 9. Okay, that is helpful. Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm looking for this column here. I've got a 9 here. I need an 8, but an 8 can't go here, but it could go here or here, so I left it alone. 7 could go anywhere but here. 3, I left it alone. Now a 6 cannot go here, and a 6 cannot go here. So in this column, the only place that a 6 will actually fit is right there. And one of these two was a 1, so that's going to help us with this one. Okay. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we have there we go. Now the 8 comes into play, and there's only 2 spots for the 8. And then we still have a 1 and a 7. Okay, this 8 does come up, and so we have an 8 that goes here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 could go anywhere. We do have a 3 that comes across the bottom, so the 3 has to go up here. Sweet. So now we have a 3 down here and a 3 through the middle. So now this is the only spot for a 3. One of these two was a 4, so there's our 4. Okay, now this was our 3, so these two are 3s or 7s, so that one makes this one a 7, makes this one our 3. Okay, that was helpful. Yes, it was. Okay, and now the 4 comes back, and it helps us resolve that the 4 has to be here. So see how clean and neat that is? That square is fully marked out very nice and cleanly. Okay, so we still need a 7 and an 8 in this little corner of the world. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need a 5, but it can't be here or here, so the 5's got to be in one of these two guys. 6. Now 7 can go in any one of those spots. All right, and then we have an 8 that could go here or any of those spots, and a 9 that could go here or any of those spots. Okay. Oh, hey, look, we got two spots missing here. What is that? 1, 2, 3. We're missing a 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing a 4 and an 8. Cool. So those double lock. 4 and an 8. 4 and an 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the 6 comes across the bottom, and the 6 comes up the left side. So here is our only spot for a 6. All right, so 7s are down here, 8s are here, and 9s are down here. So 7s and 9s. Okay. So we just put a pair of 6s in, and we have a pair of 1s. So let's take a look at that real quick. A pair of 1s with a 1 across the bottom, so 1 has to be here. A pair of 6s and a 6 across the top, so the 6 has to be here. Okay. Yep, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Okay, what else do we have? 4s, yep. 3s, okay. 6s, there we go. We have a 6 here and a 6 here. So we have to have a 6 either here or here. Okay, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we're getting to the point where I'm going to have to start marking down a couple more numbers, and I don't want to just yet. Oh, here we go. Look at this. There's only one number left in this column. How did I miss that feller? All right, you get to be our number 8. And then I'm going to clean up that little pencil mark. So there is a solid 8. We got our 8 over here. 9, 8, 7 can go everywhere. 6, no 5 here. But could 5 go here? Yep. Could 5 go here? Yep. 4, 3, 2. Could go here. Could go here. Not here. Could go here. Okay. All right. So we still got a lot of numbers to sort out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jump. 7 is still down here. Okay, so we've got 1. Got a 2 through here, a 2 across here. A 3, a 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, hey, there we go. There we go. See this 6 right here? So we have no 6 in the right or the left and a 6 across here. Now this 7 comes right through the middle and a 7 comes down here. So we have a couple double locks here, folks. This 7 has to be one of these two, and also the 7 can't go here, which means these two are now double locked as well. So the only number we're missing that this could be is a 1. I missed those. See that little spot right there? Okay, so now one of these two is a 1, so there's got to be our 1. We can clean that one up. We've got our 7 and 8. We've got our 7 and our 6 locked into place. Our 2 and our 4, and it looks like a 5 is the other number that we're missing in this row. Okay, so we've got the 7 and the 6 double locked. So that should give us some help. Because see now if this 5 comes across, it can only be in these two spots now. 5. So we have a 1. 2 comes across, and see, so 2 can only be in these two spots. Because it can't be in these two, these are double locked. 1, 2, now where's our 3 going to go? Now our 3 comes smack through the middle, and it cannot be here, and it cannot be in these two because they're double locked. So the 3 is actually going to do a couple things for us. It's going to fill out this rest of this cube, but it's going to bring us up. One of these two has to be a 3, but it cannot be the right column. So now this whole cube is going to just fall apart. There we go. It has to be a 9. And now has to be a 4. And now has to be an 8. There we go. See all those numbers just cascaded and just dropped all the way through. Okay, so now we can look back on, we have a pair of 4s. Right and left, and a 4 across the top. So this is actually the only spot left for a 4. We have a pair of 1s. So the 1 has to go over here. 1. Okay, we do have a 3 that comes down. Oh, we've already got a 3. Yep, that's let's see what we have. Okay, so we have, I'm going to look at these, the ones that only have 3 numbers, and I'm going to climb it a little bit closer here. So we know we need an 8, but it can't be here because see, these are double locked, and we know we need a 2, and it can't be there. So, and we know an 8 can't go here. So no 8 here, no 8 here because of this ghost row. Okay, these two are double locked, so no 8 there. So this one is the only one left to actually be an 8, which means this one is the only one left to be a 2, which means this is the only one left to be a 7, which means this is the only one left to be a 7. Okay, and if we have a 1 and a 6, that means this is the only one left to be a 2. All right, and so we have a 5, and then what's the other number we're missing here is a 9. 5 and a 9 to clean that row up. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Alrighty then. I just put a whole bunch of numbers in there. All right, so now we should know that this is now a 3 and a 7, right? Is that the other number that's missing? 3 and a 7? Okay, so folks, now we have what I call a crisscross pattern. See these two that are 7? It's not the X-wing pattern. That's a little different. There's a pair of 7s and a pair of 7s. So if 7, well, maybe I'm calling it a crisscross, and theirs is called an X-wing. Very similar, very similar. So see how this creates an X right here of 7s. So if this is a 7, then this has to be a 7. If this is a 7, this has to be a 7. So what that's telling us in the center cube is you can't have a 7 in the middle, and you can't have a 7 in the bottom. So 7 has to be up here in one of these two spots. Not an 8, a 7. So now we have a 7 and a 9 double locked. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the only number we're missing is a 5, and that is the only place left for it. So now this is going to cascade these guys out. There is our 5. Okay, and this is the only spot left for a 3. This is the only spot left for a 2. So that can't be a 2. And what are the two numbers we're missing here? A 4 and a 5, right? Cool. So now we have another crisscross or X-wing pattern. Where see how there's two 5s and two 5s? So if the 5 is in the left, then there's a 5 in the right. If this 5 is in the right, then this 5 is in the left. Either way, down here, I cannot have a 5 in the left lane, and I cannot middle, and I cannot have a 5 in the right lane. And this 5 comes across as a solid 5, so this is actually the only place left for a 5. So crisscross, I guess, is the same thing as an X-wing. My excitement went down a little bit. I thought it was a new technique I was learning, but they showed me a different way to see it. So I'm still okay with that. I'm still good. I've been trying to learn some new techniques, get my mind stretched a smidge. Okay, so I've only got two numbers missing here. It looks like a 1 and a 2. All right, 7 and an 8, a 7 and a 9. So it's starting to fill these up pretty quick. All right, so I've got a 1. So if 2 comes down the middle, and I have a 2 that comes across here, this one or this one has to be a 2. And then the 2 comes down, so I still have 3 spots for my 2 here or one of these two. Okay, I have a 3 that comes down and a 3 that comes across, and we have another 3 here. So this is the only one left for a 3. I now have a pair of 3s, which now cleans up just like these two 3s. It lines those fellers up. Let's see what else I have. Okay, so what am I missing here in this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need a 6 and a 7 and an 8. Well, so happens to be I have a 6 and a 7 vertically, so this cannot be a 6 or a 7, but it could be an 8. That's the only one left to be an 8. So that means this one has to be our 6. This one has to be our 8. This one now becomes our 7. This one becomes our 6. Okay, that was the only spot left for it. Now that 8 comes up and helps us with these that are 4s or 8s. That one becomes our 4. That one becomes our 8. Okay. All right, we have a 4 and a 5. So now here we have two numbers missing. Looks like a 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 2 or a 9. Well, we have a 9 here, so this can only be a 2, which makes this a 9, which means this is the only one spot left for a 2. We're missing one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now that helps us with these two are 7s or 9s, so that makes this one a 9, this one a 7. Okay, this 9 comes up to help us with these two. This one's a 5, this one's a 9. This 5 come down and helps us with these 4s and 5s here. All right, they just kind of cascade and drop them all out. There's our 2. Helps us with these 1s and 2s. Another reason why it's so important to keep your good pencil marks. This 1 is going to come over here and help us with these 1s and 6s. All right, this 6 is going to come over here and say this is the only one left for a 6. All right, I've got one number missing here in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like we're missing an 8. Now this 8 is going to come over here and help us with these guys. This one now becomes a 7. This one now becomes an 8. This 7 is going to come over here and make this one a 3, make this one a 7. This 3 is going to come over and say, there's our 3, and the last number we're missing is a 4. There it is, folks. We've got that resolved. Double locks, again, very, very important. Crisscross patterns or X-wings, super awesome. Still looking for some new ways to find those. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I always recommend pausing it before we play, print you off a couple copies, and play along with. As always, I do welcome any comments, suggestions, or challenges. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you next time. Bye.